In the field of neurosemantics, one of the key questioning skills that we have, in addition to some other questioning models, is the skill of meta questioning. I've got a lot of videos about what is meta questioning, how does it work. In fact, I have a whole course on meta questions. But in this video, I wanted to share with you some examples of meta questions that you can bring to your day-to-day conversations. You can ask these questions to yourself to get to know yourself better, to get to uncover some unconscious frames of mind potentially that are driving you. You can use these questions with other people to get to know them better, to deepen your relationship beyond just kind of shallow, surfacey conversations. And of course, this is a powerful tool to use if you are a coach in a formal coaching session as a formal coach or consultant, or even in informal coaching conversations at work with your direct reports, with your children, if you're coaching them to become more fully functioning adults, and so on and so forth. So again, in today's video, I'm going to share with you some examples of meta questions. And when it comes to asking meta questions in the field of neurosemantics, we have over 110, that's right, 110 categories of consciousness is what we refer to them as, but essentially over 110 types of meta questions that you can ask. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the core couple that you can start to introduce into your daily communications or in your formal coaching conversations. And then of course, you can start to expand your repertoire as you get these kind of key ones under your belt. Actually, the master level skill of meta questions, or one of the high level mastery skills, is to learn to actually hear them so that ultimately you won't actually have to memorize the list of 110 plus, but you'll start to detect them in your conversations, in your communications, and other people's conversations and communications, so that you'll have an idea about what sorts of categories of consciousness they use in their mind naturally, or you do, and you can ask to that category there. But for basics, we're going to just stick with the basic examples of meta questions today. And then from there, of course, feel free to leave any questions or comments you have around this video, wherever you can do that. So one of the first categories of consciousness that you can ask meta questions around is around intentions. And so an example of a meta question is, what is your intention behind blank? So you can ask this really about anything. And again, this meta question will allow you to go into someone's mind a little bit deeper, just one layer deeper than their primary behaviors, to get into their internal intentions, also known as motivations, which is another way that you could frame this question. And you can ask to that category of motivation is, what is your motivation behind doing X? And of course, you want to insert the X for whatever it is that you're asking around their primary intentions or motivations. So what is your intention behind, or what is your motivation behind, are two of these primary core meta questions. Other versions of these kinds of meta questions is, what is your agenda behind, or what is your outcome that's driving X behavior? And these are very similar facets of consciousness, but again, some examples of meta questions is, what is your intention behind? What is your purpose behind? What is the agenda of? What is your outcome driving such and such behavior or performance? Some great examples of meta questions. Some other meta question category that's pretty commonly used in day-to-day conversations, especially in the coaching field, is around the category of consciousness of values. So what are your values behind driving, or what is important to you about such and such? And these sorts of meta questions will give you information about someone's intentions, their values, what's important to them behind really any activity that they're doing. So it could be around a performance, or it could be around anything that they enjoy. So an example of meta question here is, what's valuable to you about playing basketball? Or what's valuable to you about working in your day-to-day job? What's important to you about a partner in a relationship? What's important to you about doing your homework? So these are all examples of meta questions around the category of importance. A very simple and kind of shallow one, again, this is a day-to-day category of consciousness, is thoughts. So what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And again, you'll probably hear this in day-to-day conversation. You might use this from time to time. It's a little bit shallow. What do you think about it is maybe not as deep or solid or meaningful or significant to someone as what do you believe about such and such. But again, it is a meta question that will get you to understand someone's thinking that's driving their emotions and their behaviors in any given area of life. So that leads to the next one that I want to share with you today, which is beliefs. So what do you believe about? What do you believe about such and such politician? What do you believe about such and such activity at work? What do you believe about women? What do you believe about men? What do you believe about driving? What do you believe about basketball? What do you believe about such and such is another great meta question that will get you one layer deeper into someone's consciousness so that you can explore the beliefs that are more personal to them, because this is deeper than just seeing the surface world that everybody sees in day to day. It goes beyond just the world of the physical world of physical bodies, of responses, the world of physics, and gets into the internal world, the world of psychology that's driving the world of physics in sentient beings. So that's one of the reasons why these meta questions are so important and powerful, to get to understand what's driving people, what's the software that's driving the hardware. And I guess the last one that I'll share with you here today, we've covered quite a few examples of meta questions, would be around decisions. So what have you decided about playing basketball? What have you decided about women? What have you decided about men? What have you decided about such and such policy? What have you decided about work? What have you decided about fun? Are all great examples of meta questions around the category of consciousness of decisions. And so we've covered quite a few examples of meta questions here. What I'd encourage you to do is to pick one or two of those categories and see if you can naturally bring them into your day-to-day conversations, whether you're going to ask it to yourself to get to know yourself better about what's driving this emotion in me, what's driving this response in me. You can use these questions to get to know other people better. So what's driving their emotions? What's driving their responses? And of course, you can use these questions in coaching conversations to take the conversation deeper, beyond just the world of physics, the world of our physical bodies, of our performance, and to get into the software in people, because that's where you can make a real difference when you're coaching someone, again, whether it's formal coaching as a professional coach or consultant, or it's informal coaching, just in the way that you're communicating with people, but with the aim of unleashing their potentials. This skill is one of the core skills of neurosemantics, the field of neurosemantics. There's so much more to know about meta questions. If you're interested in going deeper, I do have a course, like I said in the beginning, a full course on the skill of meta questioning, so that you can learn some more advanced techniques rather than just asking simple meta questions. But whether or not you're gonna, get that course now or later, I recommend starting out with some simple meta question drills like the one I provided to you in this video to start to get comfortable asking meta questions, taking conversations deeper. And then once you get comfortable with basic meta questions, such as what is your intention behind, what is the value or importance of such and such to you, what do you think about such and such, what do you believe about X, and what have you decided around such and such, then you always have the opportunity to take this skill to the next level, so that you can use it a little bit more intentionally. You can use it to go deeper and learn some more of the nuances of this skill. So I hope you're walking away from this video with some great examples of meta questions. And of course, it's much more important than getting the head knowledge and the conceptual knowledge about what they are and what are examples. It's much more important to actually get the experiential knowledge to get out into the world and to try using these meta questions intentionally. And so again, I recommend picking one or two of these categories at first to get started. Practice asking some of these more intentionally in your day-to-day conversations, and let me know in the comment section how that goes for you, what worked, what are your next steps for development, and what are you taking away from this video. Of course, if you like the video, click the like button so I know to create more content like this. Of course, share this content with anyone you think who might benefit from it. And if you'd like to receive more information like this from me, then definitely subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. So get out in the world, get hands-on practice with this, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video in the comment section and perhaps in a future course.